Welcome to the Daily Good, and here are your hosts, Alex and Amanda.
Happy New Year, Girl Scouts! Welcome to the Daily Good, where we share ways that girls can do a good turn daily. I'm your host, Amanda.
And I'm Alex, and we are so excited to be kicking off the new year with new goals and motivations on the first Daily Good episode in 2021.
2021! Yay! 2020 certainly didn't turn out the way any of us had planned and has impacted our lives in big ways and will continue to. Many of us were quarantined for several days and weeks. We couldn't see our friends or loved ones. Your school year and work may have looked different. Your household may have been different. Your downtime, the way you learned, worked, and socialized, all were different.
Yeah, and can you believe that we have been doing that for more than 10 months?
No.
It has caused so many of us to completely change our daily lives, and we were all forced to adjust quickly to what the new normal was.
Yeah, so since this is a new year, hopefully we will be making some changes back to normal, and it'll be an opportunity for a fresh start to make any changes that we want to see in our lives, and so we can achieve our goals in 2021 and hopefully have a better year.
And I'm so excited for a fresh start. I personally was struggling to stay motivated during 2020.
It's tough towards the end.
Yeah, especially like the last couple of months during the holidays, but the new year is like hitting a refresh button. It's a time to refocus on what keeps us motivated and to set new goals.
Absolutely. So to kick off this episode, we're going to start with sharing our word for the year. And so this is a really fun way to kind of set your intentions and theme for the new year. A lot of people choose to do goals or specific New Year's resolutions, which is great. I know I definitely have some of those too. However, I also know some people that choose a word, and I think this is a really good practice and a really good thing just as a constant reminder to focus on creating a positive change or mindset for the year.
Yeah, and I can go first. So my word for 2021 is better. I'm keeping it super general and just open for interpretation. I chose this word to be a reminder for what I want out of the year and to remind myself that instead of wanting more, I just want better. Quality over quantity.
That's so
and
right.
I want to better myself, better my mind, better my health, better my relationships, and so on.
That's awesome, Alex. Well, my word for this year is progress. And I chose this word as a reminder of progress, not perfection. And it shows that, we learned a lot in 2020, and life is definitely going to throw you some curveballs and some things that are going to be difficult to tackle, but it's always important to just take a deep breath and to keep on going, and that every day, as long as you're doing something is better than nothing. And you're making progress towards your goals and progress to a better person and to who you want to be. And not every day is going to be perfect, but that's why you just have to keep pushing forward towards your goals and making progress. So
absolutely. So what's your word? Share with us in the comments what your word of the year will be, and tell us why.
Yes, we can't wait to read them and see what you guys are aiming for. And choosing a word for a year is also a great way to set your New Year's goals too, because they can kind of go hand in hand. You may be more likely to stay accountable if your word is something that can relate back to your goals.
Oh, absolutely. And so with that, let's talk about how we can set some SMART and attainable goals for the year.
Yes. So first, we're going to make your goals specific. A goal should be linked to one activity, thought, or idea.
And next, make sure they are measurable. A goal should be something you can track and measure progress towards.
Yes, so otherwise it's hard to know if you're reaching it, right? Yeah. And you also want to make sure that they're actionable. So there should be clear tasks or actions that you can take to progress towards your goal.
Oh, absolutely. Goals also need to be realistic.
Yes, and they should be timely. So I think those go hand in hand because otherwise it's just you're shooting for nothing.
So let's practice writing some goals.
Yeah. Some people make a resolution to make better grades.
Some people's resolution is to work out more.
Some people make a resolution to eat healthier in the new year.
Some people's resolutions is to explore the outdoors more.
Some people make a resolution to be better with money.
And some people's resolutions is to read more.
Okay, so my goal this year is to work on eating out less. So me and my family do pretty good during the week, but on the weekends sometimes we eat out a little more than we should. And so for both the waistline and for our budget, we want to cut that down. So now we get to check, okay? Is that goal a SMART goal?
Oh, I think so.
Okay.
Let's check it out. Is it specific?
So, yeah. I mean, I feel like it's pretty specific. We want to eat out less, and it's actionable because we said, we said why, right?
Yeah.
So we're eating out less because we want to save money and eat healthier.
Yeah.
There we go. Realistic.
Is it measurable?
It is measurable because you can actually check receipts and check your budget.
Your bank account is going to tell a difference.
Absolutely.
The waistline.
Yes, absolutely. And then it is realistic, I feel like. We just got to stick to it.
You can cook. You have a kitchen.
I do, and we do well during the week, so it's possible.
Yeah. You can meal prep.
Yes, and is it timely? So I guess that's the one thing is we didn't put a timetable on it. But I guess we'll just, it's for the whole year. So, yeah.
I believe in you. And that sounds like a great goal, an example of a SMART goal. So now we encourage you all to practice and share your goals with us.
Yes.
And don't forget, is it specific, measurable, timely, realistic,
actionable?
And actionable.
And so now that we have a word in mind for the year and some SMART goals, let's put it all together on a vision board. Yay! So a vision board, you may or may not have heard of it before, but it's simply a collage of images or words or different things, pictures, representing a person's wishes, goals, or intent, and it's intended to serve as kind of your inspiration and motivation for the year.
So now that we've learned what a vision board is and we chose our word for the year, I'm going to show you guys how to make a vision board.
Yay!
So some of these are actually going to be some of my personal goals for 2021. So all you need is just a large board, put the year, add a few quotes, make it personal. But
yeah, you can put your name on it. You could write like your word. So Alex's word is better. You know, we could put that up there. It's really just however you want to make it.
Absolutely.
And the more personal you make it, the more inspiring you'll find it throughout the year.
Yes. Yeah. And you'll see mine is about to be really colorful. So let's get started.
Yeah,
so the first one is a green thumb. It's to be more green and sustainable. And I'm just going to start gluing these on.
Oh, love that. Okay. That's a great goal for 2021.
You know, reduce and reuse.
Reduce waste. Yes.
And then I want to read more.
Another great goal. One of mine as well.
Definitely had a lot of time to do that in 2020. I did not take advantage of it.
2020 is your year.
And then, of course, as a Girl Scout, I just always want to be a girl boss. You know?
Love it.
Especially with cookie season coming up.
Oh, yes. Cookie season is in 2021. So all your cookie goals, make sure those are up on the board.
Absolutely. Next thing, I want to be an innovator. Like this year, you know, we're just going to be innovative with all of our ideas.
Perfect.
And there's no order that this has to go in.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong way to do this.
And then I decided to print off a little quote from Winnie the Pooh to be more grateful.
That's so cute.
So a nice little reminder of what gratitude is.
What does it say?
It says, Piglet noticed that even though he had a very small heart, it could hold a rather large amount of gratitude.
Aww.
I'm also just a Winnie the Pooh fan.
I loved Winnie the Pooh as a little kid.
Yeah. And
I had like a bedspread, like everything was Winnie the Pooh when I was little.
I had a Winnie the Pooh doll.
Oh, so sweet.
Carried around. And then I have the mountains are calling and I must go. So again, 2020, I wasn't as outdoorsy as I could have been, even though I had the time. And weather was nice for the most part, especially the spring and the summer. I'm a sunshine girl.
And it can be as simple as just getting outside more. It doesn't necessarily have to be like going hiking or going camping. You can just make a resolution to spend a little bit of time every day outside.
Yeah, just sit out on the back deck, go on a walk with your family in the neighborhood.
Enjoy the fresh air.
And then this kind of goes a little bit with Amanda's goal, but cook more.
Yes.
Cook more meals at home.
It's much better to be healthy. It saves you money. Groceries are cheaper than eating out. You don't have to tip and delivery and all the things.
And you can have as many leftovers as you want.
Yes.
And you know exactly what you are putting into your body.
And that's my favorite part is you know your ingredients. But also, if you don't like leftovers, like I'm not a huge leftover fan, you can control that. Like don't make a ton. So that way you reduce your food waste, which is like another stained green goal. So they all tie together.
Exactly. And I printed off a Person of the Year from Time Magazine, Greta Thunberg. I printed that off so I could remind myself to be an advocate for things that I'm passionate about.
Perfect.
And see, if you want to print off a picture of your mom, or to be brave, to be strong.
Or maybe you want to take your dog for a walk more. You can put your dog up there. Like literally anything in your life that you are working towards in 2020, you are looking to make progress towards, throw it up on the vision board.
Absolutely. I got up there the word joy, to just find more joy out of things. A picture of a runner so I could like exercise more and get back into the habit.
Yes, that's a very popular one in the new year. A lot of people make resolutions to be healthier, more active.
I gotta just make sure I stay accountable around the holidays because that's when
that's
the
really
hardest
part. Well, we'll start in 2020.
Yeah, exactly. And then next, I printed off a little hourglass with a clock for time management. That's a big one.
That looks awesome.
And then this one kind of goes with the cooking and a little bit of the green, but I just want to eat a more plant-based diet.
Yeah, colorful plate's a happy plate.
A colorful plate is a happy plate, and I just don't get enough of my greens.
Yes, make sure you get your veggies in.
And of course, this is just, my word of the year is better. So we're just going to be better. We're going to eat better. We're going to think better. And I printed off this little brain that has a rainbow side, which is the creative side. And the other side is a bunch of numbers, which is the analytical side. So don't forget to work out your brain.
That's a very
important muscle.
Yes, mental health, and just like if you don't use it, you lose it. So you gotta exercise your brain.
Exactly.
It's a muscle.
And then I print off some money for financial goals.
Yes, financial health.
Gotta make sure I don't break my piggy bank. I keep putting those spare dollars in.
Saving. Yes, it's always important to save. Great resolution.
I read this book once and it said, dollar bills look better in your bank account and not on your feet. Do I need those new pair of shoes? I do not. I have a lot of shoes.
Yep, distinguishing between wants and needs.
Yeah.
It's a big skill.
And then,
what else we got?
I'm sure many of you can relate to this. Getting great marks for your grades. So A+.
Yes, good grades would be a good goal for some Girl Scouts.
Just doing a better job, you know?
Yeah.
And hopefully 2021 we can start a little bit more travel.
Yes.
So I got a beach and an airplane because I think travel is very important. It opens your horizons.
Yes. Expands your worldview.
Yes, and opens up just a world of experience. So I put that on there double because I really want that. And then this kind of goes with the academics, but some of you Girl Scouts might be graduating, so just, you know, on to the next step academically.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I have an iPhone printed off. And I did this as like what I would like to work towards.
Okay.
Just like the little fun things too.
Yeah, don't forget to incorporate the fun things or like the smaller goals that you're excited for, because that's what makes a great year too. It's not all the big things. I mean, your year really consists of all the little things, and you have to look back collectively at the year. Like 2020, for example, it wasn't all good, but if you look back, I'm sure there were definitely some good things and some positives that over the course of the year ended up making it not so bad.
Oh, absolutely. But this is my vision board. Yours
2020.
can look any differently or as colorful. You add what you want to add.
Love it. So also feel free to take a picture of your vision board and share it with us. We would love to see what y'all will be up to in 2021. Okay, so now that we have all of these goals and everything in place for a successful year, how can we stay motivated more than just January to reach these goals over the course of the year?
That is always the challenge.
Always the
Staying
question.
motivated throughout the year. Well, one way is to set smaller mini goals.
Yeah.
Goals with a shorter timeline, and that way you can celebrate.
Mini celebrations.
Yeah, you can have like those little victories. Like it's called progress.
Yes.
But it's a small success along the way instead of being frustrated that you haven't reached these big and complicated goals yet.
Yes, and that's where the measurable part comes in. Track your progress so then you can actually see your progress and celebrate those mini milestones. So best of luck this new year. We hope you guys are able to take some of what we talked about today and implement it into your lives so you guys can kick off the new year with success and have 2021 be better than 2020.
Exactly. Well, I'm Alex.
And I'm Amanda, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye!